I got burning feet from hard asphalt. A voice within me tells me don't go home. So I run until my feet give out. I jump a little higher to clear the ground. Every shadow of every girl, every time I turn around, I swear it's her. Second guess my every move. I hold my breath in case I run into you. Oh, I just can't look. I can't bear the thought of seeing you with someone new. Oh, I swear I'm almost over you. And sometimes I find I switch off and I start to drive the streets that no longer are my own. I keep driving your way home. You live across the park from me in a place that steals a tiptoe view of the sea. Your sister came back home to stay the day I packed my bags and went away. So I found a room in a leafy street, a stranger and a traveler who both welcomed me.
Şimdi Burgos Nehri'ni göreceğiz değil mi buradan? Bunun istasyonu.
I went to the doctor, said I'm crazy for your love. Wrote me a prescription, but there is no cure for a crush. All I wanna do is take you home with me. I wanna make a move, but I'm too shy. I can't fall asleep without your arms around me. I guess I'm falling in love. Baby, you're my rock star, smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you for breaking my heart. You're just like my sport car, driving fast, you go far. When I'm sitting by you, we get high. This song is about you, and my lips are craving for one kiss, one smile, 2 feet down on the floor. All I wanna do is take you home with me. Wanna make a move, but I'm too shy. I can't fall asleep without your arms around me. I guess I'm falling in love.
Tiro me essa por dentro.
You're my rock star, smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you for breaking my heart. You're just like my sport car, driving fast, you go far. When I'm sitting by you, we get high. Baby, you're my rock star, smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you for breaking my heart. You're just like my sport car, driving fast, you go far. When I'm sitting by you,